So we all know China has been grappling with a pretty severe market downturn and a real estate crisis that has hindered its post-COVID economic recovery. As it deals with complex geopolitical challenges, it's not only Beijing and local governments that are struggling with the debt burden that has taken place since all of these things fell apart in China. Many Chinese citizens themselves are burdened by debt and are facing restrictions in their everyday lives for non-payment. The New York Times reported that around 8.3 million people who are unable to repay their debts are banned from accessing social services in China. These individuals are listed by the courts, which demand repayment, and their personal details are included on a publicly accessible blacklist. Those on the blacklist face severe limitations. They cannot book vacations or hotels. They can't purchase properties, obtain insurance coverage, or use toll roads or payment apps on their phones. They can't even travel on bullet trains or aircraft. Additionally, they are prohibited from holding senior positions in state-owned enterprises. According to the South China Morning Post, last year more than 17 million people were prevented from buying plane tickets, and over 5.5 million could not buy bullet train tickets. In an unusual move, Chinese telecom companies have begun assigning specific ringtones to blacklisted debtors. A recorded message alerts callers about the recipient's financial status, encouraging them to urge the debtor to settle their debts. This ringtone remains until the debtor clears their outstanding balance. Public records are readily available, and the Supreme Court maintains an online database listing that anyone can look at. This includes personal information, including age, hometown, and information on the debt. Now, this delinquency list is separate from the social credit system, which is a part of China's larger effort to deter illegal activities and promote compliance. And by promote, I mean force compliance. There are concerns growing over a debt deflation spiral, which could worsen household financial instability, as shown by the rise in delinquent debts by nearly 12.3 billion in just the first quarter of 2023 alone. That's a 3.5% increase over the previous year. In China, unlike the US, carrying debt is widely frowned upon, unless you're the Chinese government, which carries massive amounts of debt. But those unable to repay are sometimes derogatorily called laolai, or deadbeat debtors. Unlike in many places where bankruptcy can be declared to manage debts, China may take severe action like seizing income, leaving only enough for basic living expenses. And the fact of the matter is, after that income is seized, it's not always paid towards the debt. So it becomes this vicious cycle of not being able to pay it while being ostracized for having the debt. Now, the social credit system is compulsory, and it's already been tested on millions, and it aims to encourage some sort of trustworthiness by tracking behavior and assigning social credits for actions, including minor infractions such as loitering or even buying too many video games, which can get you hits on your social credit. Now, this system is set to expand nationwide, and they're going to roll this new debt exposure system, this shaming of debtors within that broader social credit management system, and it just is going to lead to more crackdowns and actually more division within China.